What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. Welcome back to the channel for another daily news video slash transfer update, if you want to call it a transfer update. But 2 days left, or 2.5 days, depending on how you're looking at it, of the transfer market, and we have some interesting news coming out, which we kind of debated for like the last couple of weeks because there were so many question marks, and it's about actually the youngsters, and maybe a little bit about Kostic and Kean. But the main news is the club actually moving forward with a lot of these young players. And there were some doubts about it, obviously, and it's still not completely done. But we will talk about Yildiz, Miretti, Junior, and then we will also throw Kostic and Kean into the mix because that's actually what has been dominated the news the last couple of days. So like this video and subscribe to the channel, and let's go in it. Let's start with the breaking news, and that's that Yildiz is gonna extend his contract until 27. So he has a contract until 25, but there's an option for 2 more years. They agreed that they're gonna use that option, and he's gonna stay until 27. I think a couple of months ago, we were on this channel, and the news was out there that he was not happy and that he could leave, even though his agent never really said that the day before when he gave that interview. It was a weird story, but his agent was always clear and said, the club has a plan. We like the plan. We like what they are trying to build for him. And I think it's shown now. Like, he's part of the first team. He kind of skipped under 23s. Allegri likes him. Allegri trusts him. He got 2 times minutes. And again, it's 5 minutes and 8 minutes. But, he's getting those minutes in little by little. And I think it's a big sign. We haven't seen, actually, we have seen nothing from him. Like, yes, we've seen him play for the under 23s. Everybody saw clips, whatever. But like real first team meaningful football, actually, we haven't seen a lot. But what we've seen looks good. And I think the situation we're in as a club, these are the players you should be, building around, and they're not all going to succeed. I get it. But that's a direction you kind of need to go, because a lot of people assume like at one point he is going to leave, if he's actually that good of a player. But if you want to be a sustainable club, that's also what needs to happen. At one point, yes, players will leave. You need to sell, but you need to sell for good money, and you build on that basically. So Yildiz 27, he's gonna say that's excellent news. That's brilliant news. Moving forward, obviously. Now let's move on to the other two players, and that's coming from Romeo Agresti, and it's Junior and Miretti. He's saying Miretti is gonna stay basically. Like, he's not gonna leave on loan. Why? Because Allegri rates him highly. Allegri actually wants him to stay. He doesn't want him to leave on loan, and he is gonna stay. Now the big question is he gonna get enough game time? In my opinion, he should. I think he should. I think he should have started on Sunday, but he didn't. And what I've seen on Sunday again, against Bologna, I think he should be starting against Empoli. 100% certain. Will he? I don't know. It's probably gonna be for Jordi. I'm okay with him saying if he gets enough game time. And with enough game time, I mean not 35 minutes subbed in week in, week out. Like, start games in one position, not like last season all over the place, one position. And I think then we can say, okay, he's improving, or no, he's completely not it, or you know what, there is something, but he actually needs that loan. He needs it. Then we can make a different, like, assessment of the situation. But if he gets enough game time, I'm extremely happy he stays, because I like Miretti. He's not finished in terms of the finished article. He's not, but I like what he offers to the team, especially link up play, especially movement without possession. Now he needs to improve, obviously, when he receives the ball, kind of in the final thirdish. And I'm not talking about scoring goals whatsoever, but like the final pass, because everything up to that point is brilliant, but the final pass, it feels at times he panics, and I don't know why, because he has the technique, he has anything for it to make it work. But as of now, it's not coming off completely. So that's something he needs to work on if he gets enough game time. So I'm okay with it if he plays, and according to the rumors, he is going to play quite a lot. So that's that. The other news is Iling-Junior, also from Romeo Grace. He's saying that there were offers for him, but only loan offers, and the club did not want to listen to him, and they like him. And that's a bit conflicting because that news came across as if there was an offer for a permanent sale, they'll be okay with it. And then I'm like, you don't really like him that much, even money or no money. If you really like him, you just keep the player, you just keep him. I'm okay with Junior saying he needs to stay because he offers something different actually to a lot of players in the squad. Like he does. Because every time he's in possession, every time he receives the ball, everybody will kind of, sit back up and be like, "Ooh, okay, something could happen." Is it going to look great every single time? No. At times it can be chaotic, but at times it looks brilliant, and it breaks open a game. It's something different that you have saw for the previous 60 minutes of that game. So I'm extremely happy if he stays. And Kostic is kind of linked to that because it's still like 2 days left and there's still rumors about Kostic leaving. And Nico Schira came out saying there could be an Italian team in for him. He didn't mention the team. He said, I need to verify that before I put that out there. But it's interesting, that Kostic hasn't played a single minute this season. And I think it's very much telling. I'm not saying that this will carry on once the transfer window shuts and Kostic is going to be here as his junior. Maybe they're trying to move on Kostic, but if it doesn't work, do not be shocked if Kostic gets significant minutes throughout the season, like real big time minutes. Do not be surprised or shocked about it, because even last season, I don't hate Kostic. He contributed. There was a time where we were sitting here and be like, he needs to save us, Kostic. Like a month, like there was a month stretch of games where you're like, it's him or we were in trouble. So we need to keep that in mind. But it's one dimensional for us. At Frankfurt, I thought he was more of a player that could cut inside, take on his one opponent and have a brilliant shot. But with us, we know what it's going to be. Get it to Kostic and he tries to put a cross in every single time. Is that coaching? Yes, a little bit, because I think he can offer a bit more than what we are asking him to do. But that's the situation as of now. He can still leave. Asking Kean, I'm really doubtful about that. I don't see anyone putting up the money to bring in Kean at this moment in time. What does that mean for Yildiz's minutes? I don't know. I have actually no idea. But he hasn't played as of now, Kean. Didn't get a minute against Bologna. Wasn't with the team against Udinese. I'm a bit worried about what Allegri had to say in the presser before the Bologna game, because there was a rumor that he wasn't injured for Udinese. He was punished by the club because he was late one more time, and then the club kind of denied that, but actually Allegri kind of confirmed that in the presser, saying yeah, he came too late, but so do a lot of players a few times. I'm like, yeah, but Kean has a habit of it. So I'm now thinking, is there something underneath it? Because if that's the case, then yeah, he's done at the club, because he gave him chances. Previous season, he said he wasn't fit, he wasn't training well. Last season, okay, and then now you do this again. I don't know. I think the club is a bit frustrated. I think Allegri is a bit disappointing. He wants to play. He wants to be a starter, which is fine, but he's not going to start over Chiesa and Vlahovic, which is just normal, in my opinion. So he might be pushing for a move, but as of now, I don't think there's a vibe that he's actually really pushing to leave. But you never know. An offer can come in for him, Kostic Junior still, and the club can decide, what, we're going to take it. We're going to do this deal. But it will kind of, to me, come as a big shock at this moment in time, because it's the 30th of August almost, in a couple of hours. So, but let's see. I think the big takeaway from today is the club is kind of banking their hope on the future as of now. So I think positive, but let's see how that will develop moving forward, obviously. That's it for this video. There will be no live because I'm recording a podcast with Julian that will drop tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will be back live tomorrow evening, so Wednesday. Thanks for watching, and see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.